Hello everybody. So today I want to talk about birth charts because we're not just ruled by our sun sign, the typical star sign. You read it, you pick up the newspaper. I mean, people don't necessarily read newspapers anymore, but in the olden days we'd pick up a newspaper, we'd go to the horoscopes, we'd read what our sun sign said and think, oh, that doesn't sound like me. And this is why I think a lot of people they don't really believe in horoscopes and star signs and astrology because they're used to such a kind of commercial, simplified version of it, a very generic version of it, because every single one of us has a very unique birth chart, which is to do with where all the different planets were at the time of our birth. It's quite complex. I always put links in the description box down below for you to go and check out your birth chart if you haven't already. So, what I'm going to say for this reading is it's for anyone who, if they think about the way that they take action, what they do when they feel passionate about something, if you feel like Aries energy resonates for you, then this reading is for you. So you may be Aries, a typical Aries sun sign. You may just feel like you're affected by that kind of Aries Mars energy because of different placements in your chart. So if it's your rising sign, your moon, whatever. But the aim of this reading is really going into people who have a Mars placement in Aries. So where was Mars at the time of your birth? Again, you can go and check out that birth chart. There's a lot of information there. Just go and find out your Mars placement. And if you want to watch one of these readings for your sun sign and one of these for your Mars placement, that's absolutely fine. So Mars in Aries. Typically, Mars in Aries is very impulsive when they feel passionate about something. Mars and Aries are actually the same energy. The god Mars in Rome was actually called Aries in Greece. So it's the same energy, very, very compatible. But that means it's kind of like Mars or Aries energy times two if you have a Mars placement in Aries. So quite a volatile placement. When you feel passionate about something, you're going to really have the urge to just go for it. You're going to be a little bit flighty, so you're going to kind of be led by your passions, be led by your enthusiasm, the things that excite you. You're going to really want to jump in and go for that. A lot of enthusiasm at first, but you may find that you get quite bored quite quickly and you're kind of off to the next thing. So yeah, you may come across as quite flighty, but it's a very, very creative energy as well. You're probably full of ideas. You're probably the one when you're with your group of friends, you're probably the one going, oh, just had this great idea. Come on, we're all going to go and do this. Like, pack your bags, we're off. And everybody else is like, wait, we've got responsibilities. And you're like, this is so much fun. So if this sounds like you, then this reading is for you. If not, maybe go and check out your other placements. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, you had the song that's randomized for you as I was pulling the cards was absolutely beautiful. So this reading, as I say, is about how you take action. What are you up to at the moment? So there could be something going on for you here, or somebody around you is feeling this way towards you, because you got SVAG by Victor Leksell. Now this is Victor Leksell is a Swedish artist, so I don't know if somebody has some kind of association with Sweden, possibly. Maybe you've been there, maybe you want to go on an adventure there, maybe, I don't know what it could be. Now, interestingly enough, I had this conversation, it's not a one-way conversation, right? I'm basically just talking at you. Again, probably another trait of people with maybe Mars in Mercury, just talk at people. But I was talking about this in Capricorn's reading. They had an Italian song, and I was saying sometimes it's not even about the words, it's about the music and the emotion. So I feel like very much like it's all about the emotion for you. If you have this placement, or if you just associate strongly with this Aries action taking spontaneous energy. The good thing about, just while I'm looking at these lyrics, the good thing about Mars in Aries is that you don't really hold grudges. You're all about the next thing, the new exciting thing. You don't really want to waste time worrying about what things that have happened in the past. So that's kind of like a bit of a strength for you. I'd say a weakness of this placement is that you may be a little bit hot-headed. You may be a little bit like the storm comes in, Mars in Aries is upset, they have a bit of a rant, they have a bit of a temper tantrum, but then it all blows over. It's like you've it's like you don't hold back, you just release, and then you're on to the next thing, and it's like no grudges. Okay, so the lyrics of this song though, SVAG by Leksell, are absolutely beautiful. So I don't know if somebody's feeling like this right now, but it says, show them how strong you are. Never let them see you shed tears. That's how I grew up. Just be a man and take it. Everything is okay if anyone asks. That's how it was for me. And I can lift several thousand kilos, and I can cross the sea and land. I can do almost anything they ask for. But I can't be in the same room as you without losing my breath. And every time you look at me, feels like my heart is stopping, trying to play hard and resist, but you are tearing down my walls. I do not know what to do, but everything you do, it makes me weak. Dare to let go now. Stop being afraid of getting hurt. That's how it must be. I guess that's just the way it is. I can't figure it out anyway. Because I can do almost anything they ask for, but I can't be in the same room as you without losing my breath. Never dare to show me weak, but with you it will be another matter. With you there is no other choice. With you I want to be weak. Now I just want to be in the same room as you, and I dare to lose my breath, and every time you look at me I want to pray that time stops. Trying to play hard and resist, but you are tearing down my walls. I do not know what you do, but everything you do makes me weak. So I don't know if this is the way you're feeling about somebody. He is actually, I looked this up. Just on the timestamp there, my battery is 100%, and it's 10:01. So I've got 1001001. Synchronistic numbers there, repetitive numbers. So watch out for repeating ones and zeros. But Leksell, he is actually star sign Aries. I think he was born on the 3rd of April, if I can remember correctly. And I would have looked up his birth chart to find out his Mars sign placement, but it wasn't readily available. And I don't want to, with celebrities, a lot of the birth charts are already available online, and if they are, I'll look. But if not, I don't want to intrude by kind of prying into, I feel like that's a bit too personal if it's not readily available already. So I'm just wondering about his Mars placement. But yeah, maybe you have this thing where it's like this competitiveness about you, where it's like or this this need to be the best, the need to be able to do anything, to climb every mountain, swim every sea, like carry every burden that anybody asks you to. It's like, Aries, I dare you to, Aries, I bet you can't lift 100 kilos. I don't know weights. And it's like, oh yeah, you want to bet, do you? I'll take that bet. That's kind of Aries, Mars in Aries energy. So, but then when it comes to love, I don't know what your Venus placement is, but it could be that you absolutely lose your head in love. Like, cannot breathe when you're in the same room as this person, and for someone with Mars in Aries placement, you just want to go and grab that person and tell them how much you love them, but maybe you have to have some sort of restraint. Interesting, I did my a test reading. I have Sagittarius in Mars in Sagittarius, so another fire sign. Is very similar kind of impulsive energy, and I did a test reading for me with that placement, and oh my god, I was sobbing at the end of it, absolutely sobbing. So I don't know if you're going to get a similar storyline here. It'd be interesting to see what comes out. So like I did last week, I'm just going to pull the cards. Very similar reading to what I did last week, but we're talking about how you take action, or what advice they have for you regarding the action you need to take. So I guess I'm going to pull your cards, then I'll pause, assess, and then come back to talk you through it. Let's go. So Aries, please, particularly Mars in Aries for Monday. Mars in Aries for Monday. Mars in Aries placement, please, for Monday. Thank you very much. This looks like it's in reverse, so I will bear that in mind, but the equator to make equal. There could be some sort of imbalance for you that you're dealing with. In the underlying, you've got motion and air. Look at that. I mean, that is, tell me that's not like Sagittarius Aries energy. This kind of like, I can hear drumming. It's kind of making me think of the Guinness advert, if you remember that very famous Guinness advert where it says, good things come to those who wait. And it's got the horses on the beach. That's kind of giving me that energy. Okay, so Mars in Aries placement, please, for Monday. Okay. Cat, intuition. So using your intuition in this situation. You probably do have a very strong intuition based on emotional impulse, that kind of like wand impulsive energy. Probably actually, it probably gets you into trouble sometimes, but it's probably also quite, it's almost like how you generate luck. It's quite an entrepreneurial energy. It's if you think of like people who succeed, they take big risks, and so you are probably normally willing to take a gamble, to take a risk, because you want to win big, right? You know that you have to. You know that with risk comes reward. You know, who dares prospers. Fortune favors the bold. But you are going to take some losses. You are going to take some hits sometimes. But I feel like you take it in your stride. You know that that's part of the game, and you don't kind of wallow in self-pity for too long. You kind of get back up and you're on to the next opportunity. So black cats do, you know, unlucky for some, lucky for others. And I think you have this kind of mindset. In the underlying there, you've got the soul butterfly. I think that actually resembles this kind of, normally butterfly symbolize Gemini energy for me, but I think you also share that kind of sociability, the ability to kind of flutter from one thing to the next. It's quite creative energy, it's transformative energy. So yeah, I'm interested to see more about what that has to say. So I may just kind of shuffle this down a little bit. Whoop. There we go. So what is at the heart of the matter, please? So we're reading from Mars in Aries. The heart of the matter, that shut off. The Four of Cups. Okay, interesting to see where that goes. Can I get 4 more cards, please, surrounding this issue for Mars in Aries for Monday? 4 more cards, please, for this issue for Mars in Aries for Monday. 10 of Cups. Okay, beautiful. The Moon. I just heard, because with this Moon card, it looks like they're about to step off this edge into the unknown. Okay, they've took it away again. Hang on a second. Sorry, I had to like sort of rewind my brain to remember what they said to me. I looked at this and then like how they're about to step off the edge, and how this person's kind of out of the water, and I heard about to take the plunge, about to take the plunge. So I think you are about to take some sort of gamble or risk here, despite having fears, because I think you know that you're already in it. It's like if you're thinking that. If you're thinking that you're not in this situation, you already are. Can you see she's already in this 4th cup? So like it or not, you're already in this. Emperor, gorgeous energy, strong energy as well here. Taking the lead, very much your energy. This is an Aries card, the Emperor. Taking the lead, Tower, yeah, jump right in. They're telling me jump right in. The Tower in reverse though. Okay. Very, very interesting energy there, Aries. Page of Voices in the underlying. Gathering information, though. I think that's why you've not quite taken the leap yet. You are waiting for a little bit more information on something. Okay, some of you may... Oh, look at that. 10 of Cups and 10 of Cups. Okay. This is an energy outside of you. I think that you are... Which way, please? Yeah. The Emperor, but the Empress is in reverse. Why is the Empress in reverse, I wonder? Because, not holding back or holding back. Okay, this is interesting already. I'm getting into it. Yeah, there's that Page of Swords again. Page of Voices twice there. 10 of Cups twice. Page of Voices twice. Temperance. Yep, okay. Interesting, Aries. Right, I'm just gonna pause. I'm gonna assess this for you and we'll work out what's going on, and I'll be back with you in a couple of ticks. Okie dokie, so I'm going to talk about these cards at the top here first. So I'm really going to go to this deck. Now this is a new deck for me. I already had the deck on the left here, the Elemental Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I really like the artwork. The artwork is by Kinga Britschke. So I was looking for other decks which are also by the same artist, and I just got this week this Divine Animals Oracle, again by Stacey DeMarco. She kind of wrote the accompanying booklet, which is a really nice booklet, just in case you were wondering, because do you know they were slightly less expensive than some of the other decks on Amazon, and I think the artwork is beautiful. I get a lot of, talking about intuition, I get a lot of intuitive messages from the artwork, so just I thought I'd mention that and give that a shout out because it's a really beautiful deck. The same actually with these two here that I'm using by Chris Ann. Very intuitive decks for me to use, so I do really like using them. So cat, maybe you have a black cat, maybe you're more of a cat person than a dog person. The nice thing about cats, I think, which I think I'm tying into this kind of Mars in Aries energy, is that they have this strong intuition. I'm sorry, I was just reading that word slightly differently there. They have this strong intuition. They very much trust their gut instincts, and that is kind of a strength for them. They're also quite independent. The book talks about how cats aren't quite fully tame, and I feel like, you know, you are, if you're resonating with this reading, if you're feeling like this is your energy, you are quite difficult to pin down. You are quite difficult to... you're not like a dog. You don't just follow around your master. You're more independent than that. You're more kind of, I want to go and do what I'm interested in doing. So there's this sense, the reason why I'm more of a cat person than a dog person really is that I think you have to earn a cat's respect a lot more than you do with a dog. A dog is going to love you if you feed it and give you a few pets. With a cat, they're much more choosy. They will, if they are not satisfied, if they're not content, if they're not treated well, they're just going to leave and go and find a different house. They're going to go and be cute and purr at the door, and that the person's going to open up and fall in love with this cat. Like literally cats, there's this, I don't know if this is 100% true or if it's kind of like a false fact, but I've heard that there's something to do with cat poop, that if it gets into a human system, there's something that kind of like makes the human kind of become a bit like a slave to the cat. It makes the human fall in love with the cat more. So yeah, cats are an interesting animal, but you have to respect them, and if you treat them well, they'll come back to you time and time again. So I think this is very much your energy of you do expect to be treated well. You do have it's not even necessarily that you have high standards for yourself, but you probably do. It's more that you instinctively go where you're treated well. You instinctively go to places that make you happy. So if you're in a situation and it's imbalanced, you know, with this equator in the reverse, and you're not happy there, you're not comfortable, you're just going to fly off to something that feels better. You're going to go towards things that feel like your 10 of cups, which is the places where you go where you feel happy with others. Where your sunshine is, where your happiness is, where your friendships are, what feels good to you, but it involves other people around you. What does it say here? Intuition. Use and develop your intuition. Your gut feeling is correct. You are not your mind. Develop your magical skills further. Introduce more play into your life. So definitely moving towards your happiness. Definitely perhaps dissatisfied with where you are, and you're thinking about the place that does make you happy. So you are going to move, I think. Depending on all your other placements, I think you're going to trust your instincts on this one. It was giving me a song as well. It was giving me a song by Justin Timberlake and Madonna called 4 Minutes. But there's a line in that says, if you feel it, it must be real. If you feel it, it must be real. And again, this is about trusting your gut, trusting your instincts, trusting your intuition. If you feel it, it must be real. So, again, it does talk about play. Now, the interesting thing is I misread this at one point, and I read it as initiation. So I feel like you are trusting your instincts. You are taking the lead. You're taking action here to get something in motion. You're kind of like leading the charge in a situation, because I think you do feel like something is unfair. You do feel like something isn't equal in some sort of way. So you getting very fired up, a little bit impulsive, trusting your intuition, trusting your gut feelings, leading the charge because you want to make some sort of change with the butterfly here. And it does feel like it's kind of like your soul purpose. It does feel like you're kind of being guided by something above. If I just kind of grab all these cards, I was kind of really drawn to kind of the sparkles in the sky on these 3 cards. So it does feel like divine inspiration, divine guidance, coming through as this kind of gut instinct for you. So interesting there. Now, there's a message coming through here which I'm going to take on board, and I may give you different ways of looking at this, but this came out, excuse me, in the reverse. Now, the equator, to make equal. There's something going on with yin yang energy. And I'm saying this as well because one of the cards that came through in my reading was the Two of Cups in reverse. So sometimes it's like, it could be something like opposites attract, or this person is literally on the other side of the world from you. So this is just something to bear in mind when we go down here to this Empress in reverse, that this also came out in reverse, because you can be half a world away from somebody, which means that they would be upside down from you. Does that make sense? So if you were here on top of this planet and this person was on the other side of this planet, they would be in the reverse. So they may not be in the reverse, they may be in the upright after all, but I'm going to read it both ways for you. Again, using my intuition to guide me there. There's also, I'm thinking about magnetic pull, like north and south, gravity, push and pull. There could be something going on here which is like push and pull with this Temperance card. You can see the sun and the moon here as well. Again, this yin yang energy, but you can see the energy between these two is kind of being manipulated here. So there may be some kind of opposites attract thing going on here, or there may be something where there's been an imbalance of power and you want to equalize the power, or literally somebody's on the opposite side of the earth for you, because you can see here how this, she's trying to like come up through the water, she's reaching up through the water. If you want to look at it that way, like if you imagine you're on opposite sides of the earth, you're there on this side of the earth looking down through the water towards this person who is trying to like come up towards you. If that resonates, take it. If it doesn't, just leave it. It's not going to be for everybody. Okay, so that's what I'm getting up here from these cards. Taking the charge, very much like I realise now that I have this Aries placement in Mars in Aries. I always say it the wrong way around. I know that I'm the yang energy. I'm the one that should be taking action here. I'm the one that initiates things. I'm the one that leads the charge. And so therefore I expect the energy around me to be receptive and to follow me, because I'm the leader. Something like this going on possibly for you. And it may not even be like a conscious thing that you think about, like it's not an ego thing. It's not I'm the boss, I'm the best, I'm going to do this. It may be a little bit, but it's more like recognizing that your birth chart encourages you to be the person who steps up, to be the trendsetter, to be the person who makes things happen, to lead the charge. It's a placement of your birth chart. It's destined for you to be taking the lead in situations. That doesn't mean steamroll everybody around you. Obviously, be respectful. You don't get this 10 of Cups, this happiness with others, if you're steamrolling everybody else. But a lot of the time, I'm Libra. So I like to weigh up situations, and sometimes I just wish that someone would come in and just tell me what to do. like okay, I'll probably argue with you and talk about all the other options, but sometimes you just sometimes it's nice, sometimes it takes the weight off your shoulders to have someone else make the decisions and someone else take the lead. So just be aware that you have almost like the right to do that. You have the right to take the lead, but do it in a way where you are fostering this nurturing, happy environment. Like lead with excitement, lead with passion, lead with enthusiasm, lead with a wish to make everything better for everybody, and you'll be great. Just don't be selfish, I think, is what's coming through. Yeah, with that song as well, the 4 minutes. So I'm just sort of thinking about this idea of, if you say you're with all your friends and you're in the city and you don't know what to do, to have someone like Aries come in and say, right, this is what we're going to do. It's like, we've only got 4 minutes to save the world. Come on. It's, I'm talking about not literally. It's more like say you went and did an escape room, right? You might be the person in the group, like everybody's in the pub, they're all a bit bored, and you're like, oh look, like I've just seen there's a slot free in this escape room, like let's all go and do this, like let's go and do it. You know, we've got to save the world in 4 minutes. It's exciting. People around you are going to be like, yeah, that sounds fun, let's go and do it. Some people may not, but you know, leave them behind. If they want to stay and just drink and talk, that's fine. But you know, your little gang of like excited people, you know, you may want to go and do that fun thing. So it's fun. The cat energy is telling you have fun, play, create this happy, fun, exciting environment for others, and others will follow you because it's like this sun energy. It's attractive, it's magnetic, it's charismatic. You know, your enthusiasm is a strength, and others will follow you if you show your enthusiasm. It's contagious, I think is what's coming through. So 4 of emotions. Let's read what this card has to say. Not the best, not the energy that I would like you to have in the center of your spread, I have to say, Aries. Mars in Aries. I'm going to call you Aries, but missing out on the wonderful things in front of you, boredom, dissatisfaction, seeking better opportunities. Now I understand why it's your energy. Failing to see the bigger picture, a time for contemplation and meditation. Prompt, apathy and magic. She sits in a giant energetic cup, her 4th cup, her best cup. But when she counts her blessings, she sees only 3. Other people have 4 goblets and that she can clearly see. And here she is, stuck in a life of 3. She sighs, hoping someday... I'm trying to turn the page. She sighs, hoping someday to find a 4th. She closes her eyes and asks the muse to help her find her magic blessings. No answer. Nothing but the waves lapping up against. Lap, lap, lap. What is it that they are lapping up against? The muse laughs and blows bubbles from below, changing the angle of the sunlight just a little, just enough for her to see the 4th cup in the glistening rays. Daughter, you are the 4th cup. So son or daughter, don't worry about the gender too much. It's more about the message. Okay, Aries, you are the 4th cup. In this way, the muse reminds you that you too are the blessing you are seeking. You are living within your own treasure chest, and you just need to change your perspective to see it. And then the moment of slowing down, it's time to muse the muses and see the bubbling joy that lives with one who seeks and chooses. So you need to be your own muse, and you can be the muse for everybody else as well. This is what this is saying with this brilliant, very creative energy that's coming through your sign. Your fire energy, which is wand energy, which is very creative, spontaneous. You're also, Aries is a cardinal sign. So again, it's trend setting, taking the lead, coming up with the ideas, being the first spark of something new. Okay. So you are sort of like a muse for others. You inspire others. So try and stay in high vibration. Try and see yourself as this trendsetter, this leader. And again, depending on all your different placements, don't worry too much if you're the sort of person who has the great ideas and then it's like you delegate the maintenance of that to somebody else because you're off doing the next new thing. Okay, it's like you don't beat yourself up for being the ideas person and not being the sustainer, because you know, we all have our roles, we all have our strengths and weaknesses, and your strength is to be the spark, to be the light, to be the initiator, to be the person leading the charge, right? To be the person making the changes because you're using your intuition. So hold on to that, see yourself as that person, because it's very fun, right? It creates this environment, not just for yourself, but for others as well. And this is why these 2 cards are next to each other. The 10 of Cups are like 2 of the happiest cards you could possibly get in the tarot. The only happier card is the Sun card, because this is like, no matter where you are, no matter who you're with, you know, finding this community of others where you feel really excited and happy. So you're the person sparking this happiness for others. You know, coming up with these creative ideas that other people can follow and get on board with. So it's like, yeah, like cheering each other on. I'm seeing this as like you're up here, like revealing this new, like stood on the table in the bar saying, we're gonna go to the escape room, and this is all your friends a little bit drunk going, yeah. But this is the energy that you're part of too. You're creating this, and creating this happiness around you and sharing it with others, but they're experiencing it too. You see, it's happiness shared with others, so it's a two-way street. You do have some fears of the unknown. You do have a little bit of a reluctance to take a leap of faith here. It's almost like, because this moon energy is very shadowy, it's the unknown, it's the things that you're not aware of yet. So it's almost like she wants to go to that moon, she wants to take that leap, but she doesn't know how she's going to get there at the moment. Her path isn't clear yet, is the way that I'm reading this moon card today. Now there's somebody around you with this Empress card. Now this could be a mother, it could be the wife of your children, because this is an energy outside of you, it's not you, to be clear. So you may also be a mother, you may also be a wife, you may be pregnant, but this is not you, this is somebody outside of you. So this is really important. Now the Empress, this is somebody who you can create with. This is almost like, because you're showing as the Emperor, so you're showing as the initiator, the person taking the lead, the person bringing these ideas down from the universe to create this beautiful music for everybody else to follow. Look at the similarity here with these cards. It's like you see the little tiny people, so bring it closer. So the Emperor is the leader, creating this beautiful happy environment, this exciting fun place to be for others, and these other people are kind of like following the strings of your ideas. You're the creator though, you're the leader. Okay, so this is your counterpart. This is the person who supports you, who creates with you. This is the person who nurtures your ideas and helps them to grow. Yeah, it's very much like your counterpart. I have to say that the Emperor is all four kings of the tarot. So he's the King of Cups, the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords. He's got a lot of experience because, and this is another thing that's brilliant about your energy, brilliant about, you jumping into things with all this enthusiasm, and yeah, things go wrong, but you learn the lessons from them, and you go forward, and you don't make those mistakes again, right? You've made the mistake once, you don't have to repeat that mistake. So you are in a much stronger position than the people who don't even try. The people who don't try, who never take the risks, they never grow, they never experience, because they never fail. Okay, failure is a key to success, and the Emperor knows this. The kings of the tarot, they've all made the mistakes. You're not always going to be an Emperor energy. Sometimes you're going to feel a little bit more down in the dumps, but you have this ability. Not everybody has this ability because they don't all take risks. So again, in a similar way, the Empress has, she's all four queens of the tarot. So she's also learned her lessons. She's also had her heart broken. She's taken risks. She's failed, and she's learned the lessons from those. So these two energies are both very, very experienced. Now, with the Empress being in reverse, it could be as well, again, don't worry about the gender. This could be somebody who is, you see as your counterpart. You may have this person up on a pedestal, or you may be underestimating them, which may be why they're in the reverse. So this is your counterpart, and you're not seeing the full potential with this person. You're not utilizing their abilities to their fullest potential. I'm seeing it very much as this yin-yang energy today because of that equator card and because of the card that came out in my reading. I'm seeing this as much as, again, it could be somebody on the other side of the world from you. You could be keeping in connection via the internet with the world card, the World Wide Web. So yeah, this may be how you're keeping in touch with this person if you're at a considerable distance from them. So it may be that you're like, I just don't know how to cross this divide. I don't know how to get to where they are. Obviously, we've got COVID, we've got travel restrictions. So yeah, look, she's got that moon in the background there. I think this person's also nurturing themselves. So while there's this hold up, while there's this pause, this person's they've really been working on themselves. They've been taking some time to rest, some time to heal, maybe doing the hair, just really doing like some self-care there. So this person may have gone a little bit quiet as well with this moon card here. You may be a little bit like, well, what is that person up to? I'm seeing it very much as your counterpart energy. Now, if we're reading this upside down, if we're reading this because this person's on the other side of the world from you, then this person is in hangman mode. They're stuck. There's some kind of hold up. They cannot, it's like they're trying to come to where you are, but they can't because they're stuck in a situation. could be tied up. They could be tying up loose ends with that. Can you see the thing on her wrist there? Yeah, it could be tying up loose ends on their side. So yeah, look, she's got something on her wrist there as well. So I do feel like this person is somewhat held back, somewhat shackled because of their own situation that they're dealing with, which is why they can't, perhaps, because you're very enthusiastic, you're like leading the charge, you're like, come on everybody, and it might be like this person's like, no, wait, it's almost like, wait for me, I want to come with you, wait for me. So that, or I do feel like they really want to come to you. Didn't you have, in your last reading, didn't you have that Queen of Cups outside of you who was like, they loved you so much, but they just, they were being held back, weren't they? It was like you were moving on without them, and they were like, no, wait, like, oh, I remember that reading now. Yeah, I feel like they are reaching out their hand to you. They feel you moving away onto something new, but they can't follow you at the moment because they've got their own things that they're dealing with. So then what's this Tower moment in reverse? It's like they're trying to break through. Can you see how this is? Because this is your energy and this is their energy. Can you see how it's like, it's almost like they're trying to open up this portal. They're trying to send energy to you. You can see how like almost like the ground is breaking apart and this person's like trying to come up like through that broken ground, right? Trying to reach you. Because again, you're like upside down there. Like you're on the other. It could be that you're trying to see things from their perspective. You're trying to understand their point of view. I'm just sort of seeing with that being upside down. I'm feeling resistance from you. I'm feeling like, because you want to go and get on with this new project. You don't want to be held back. You may feel a little bit sucked down by this energy, but I feel like they are trying to support you. They're trying to send energy to you, but you're feeling almost like pulled in two different directions because you want to go to whatever this energy is up here. Like that's also pulling you, but you're aware of this connection down here. So they're walking a tightrope. They're walking a tightrope. This person could have been trying to see things from your perspective, or they just can't see things from your perspective. You may, with the moon card, you may be keeping secrets here, like about what you're doing. It may be that this person feels you moving away, because you are trying to move towards your happiness, right? You're trying to be very strong, see yourself as this leader. You really want to take the lead and take the charge and kind of move forward. And you are aware that there's a whole community who are relying on you here to do this. So it's almost like you have to leave this person behind because you've got a responsibility for like the greater good. And I don't think you want to leave this person behind. And they can't understand your perspective because it's like you've got this big secret. You've got this big secret. You've not revealed all your plans yet. But this person, I think, feels you moving away, right? They can feel, if you imagine like how the moon would like pull on that water, like they can feel this movement. They can feel your energy pulling away from them, but it's causing them to like their earth to break apart, right? They're having the Tower moment, I think, not you, but you've caused the Tower moment. So I do think they want to bridge the gap. I do think they want to come to you, but it is like they have to walk this tightrope. They're trying to stay very balanced. They're trying to come up with their own ideas, I think, for how they can get to you and join this community, this 10 of Cups. So you've also got this Page of Cups here. So there is information gathering. Again, I do get this sense of like you're at a distance. You're kind of watching each other's social media, trying to gather information about each other. You could be researching stuff on the internet. You could literally both be students. But yeah, that the world and both of these signifying the gathering of information. Kind of like my recon cards, students of information, gathering knowledge. I think you're both gathering knowledge about each other. I think you may misunderstand. I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding here because of this lack of communication. But it's almost like you are watching this person having a good time and thinking, oh, they've moved on from me. They've moved on from me, so therefore either that or you think that they're on board. You see how there's like 3 people here dancing, because this is you, right? You're leading the charge. You're taking this community of people with you. You're creating this fun environment for all these people to follow. If you notice the break there, I was just approaching the 40-minute mark and my video cuts out, so I just wanted to manually do it instead of it doing it mid-sentence. So you're leading the charge, you're creating this music, everybody else is joining and following. You may literally create music, right? Everybody else is following you, but you're so busy having a good time that you don't see that this person, that's what it is. Yeah, you're so busy having a good time, right? Creating this energy. Everybody else is like dancing. This is like that community around you following you. But then this is this other energy. This is this other person, right? Who they can't get to you. They're dancing. They're picking up on your vibrations. They're dancing. They're into it, right? They should be part of this group, but they're not. They're on their own. I do think you've seen them. I do think you've spotted them. So it's like maybe that's what it is. You're off, right? You're off to this new adventure, but you've realized, like, maybe that's what the Tower moment is like. You've realized that you've left this person behind, that this person can't come. Like, an example would be like, you've been like, oh, brilliant, you know, we're all going on this holiday, pack your bags, you know, we're going on a girly holiday, we're going on a lads holiday, you know, whatever it is, like all your friendship group, all going to Greece. You know, I've heard that, you know, Greece is opening its borders back up for British holidaymakers quite soon, within the next few months, I think, because we're all, the vaccine's getting rolled out to most age groups over the next couple of months. So, yeah, you're like, right, I've booked this holiday. As soon as we've all got our vaccines, we're all going to go. But this person's like, oh, wait, I haven't got the money. Or, oh, wait, I've got work commitments. Oh, wait, I can't do it on this short notice. I haven't got my passport yet. I haven't had my injection. I can't have my injection yet because of some like medical reason. So to this person, you and all your friends, you're all excited. This is like, you lot like, yeah, we're going on this holiday. But this person's like, but wait, but wait, I am on board. Their energy's there, you know, enthusiastically they're in it, they're with you, but they just can't join you yet for some reason. Okay, oh, Aries. Right, let's get your advice then. Oh, I do think you want them to come, right? It's like why you're in this 4 of Cups energy, like you want this person to be able to join you. I don't think you want to leave them behind. It's just that they've got stuff to tie up. They've got some sort of hold up on their end. Right, best advice then for Aries: have faith in your dreams. Okay, have faith in your dreams. Look, there is a little tiny butterfly. There is a change, and it's like that moon as well. It's like maybe these secrets, maybe this thing that's not being said, maybe with this information gathering, this 2 pages of swords, maybe a light is starting to be shed onto this situation. Things are going to be revealed. So do have faith in your dreams. They can still happen. A time for healing, balsamic moon. Maybe this person is healing. Look, it's this. You may find that this person has something that they're healing from. Maybe emotionally. It may be that they're dealing with something, which is why they've not been able to quite commit to whatever this is yet. I feel like if you've been thinking, why hasn't this person committed to this? Why aren't they on? You might feel like they're not on board. You might be like, well, why is this person holding back? I feel like it's because they've got something else going on that you're not quite aware of yet. So hold on. I don't think they've dropped out. I don't think it's that they're not interested, because they are dancing to your music. It's just that they've got something going on with them that hasn't quite been revealed yet. Right, can I get another advice card, please? I'm going to read this card for people with Mars in Aries. Mars in Aries, what do they need to know? Okay, that's too many. I'm going to read the one that I saw first, which is Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. Yeah, time for a deep dive, right? Get in that cup, get in that water. Time for a deep dive. Be generous of spirit. Well, that's what I see you doing here, right? You are sharing this vibrancy with your community, being a leader. Electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. And koala spirit, spirit has a plan. So what did that card say? Have faith in your dreams because spirit has a plan. So sometimes things don't quite go according to plan because spirit has a better plan, right? And sometimes we just have to trust in the hold-ups. Trust that if there is some kind of hold-up, it's for a reason, right? And it's not always something that we know about. So do trust that what is meant to be will be. And if you wish for something and it doesn't manifest immediately, it's because spirit knows better than we do. Okay, time for a deep dive. With their graceful long necks, swans are able to reach into the depths. When swan spirit arrives, you are called to take a deep dive beyond what is easily available on the surface. You may think you know what is best for you now, but take the plunge into the depths of your awareness, for there is knowledge you are not aware of, and great treasures to discover. Deeper understanding awaits you, and a perspective that comes from greater self-knowledge is what you need right now in order to better understand a situation or relationship. What did I say? What did I say? Told you so. Sorry, Aries. As you come to know yourself more intimately, so too will you come to better know others. As you get to know yourself more intimately, what did that say? You are the fourth cup. You will get to know others. So Swan Spirit asks you to go beyond the surface of what's happening between you and others and resist the temptation to judge by superficial appearances. Know that there is much deeper potential for loving connections, forgiveness, and mutual understanding, right? Looking at things from a different perspective, putting yourself in the other person's shoes. Choose to deep dive into your why. Asking the deeper questions of yourself, you are led by the grace of Swan Spirit. Beautiful. Like, watch out for swans. They may be signifiers for you this week. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that a lot of the things that have been coming through in my own readings, I got all the signs kind of all at once in a bit of a barrage yesterday. I was like, oh my goodness, it all makes sense now. So yeah, do watch out for the signs. What were the numbers you had? 100 1001 and 60 there. All right, Aries, leave me a like if you like, subscribe. Do please share this with your friends if you think it's their story. If you think, oh my God, that is exactly that person, please do share it because it really helps out the channel, and I appreciate everybody who does. Leave me messages if anything particularly resonated, and if you want to come in as a stealth watcher, as always, of course, I totally understand and respect that decision. Right, my lovely Mars in Arrows, maybe you need to go and eat an arrow. Mars in Aries buddies, best of luck with that. Take the lead, be that confident, passionate, excited, fun person to be around, and create that spread that beautiful energy with others, okay? And anyone who doesn't understand, don't worry about it. You've got better things to worry about. All right, take care. I hope that was helpful to you, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. Aries, I am sorry I forgot to randomize a song for you on camera. You can see that I've just started to clear up the cards, getting ready for Taurus's reading. So let me just pull up Spotify. It's actually 100% battery, 1050 now, so that's interesting. Hundreds, like 50 is half of 100, so again it could indicate some sort of change coming in for you, some kind of transformation. So this is the song SVAG by Leksell that I mentioned at the start of the reading. Let's get you a song on camera. So advice please for Aries for this week. Advice please for Aries. Circles by Eden. Another really nice song there. Let me just pull up the lyrics. Okay, so Eden is an Irish singer-songwriter, so it could be some kind of connection to Ireland there for somebody. So, and if I told you how this story ends, would you change a step you take? And if I could relive all my days, I'd live them all the same, because I'm scared of all that I don't know. Because I want it all, but all of it ain't gold, and I'm scared, but I know it's not for long, because I'm learning what I should have learnt before. That all we are is a light into the darkness. And all we are is time that's counting down. And all we are is falling through the spaces in between, endless flight, a lifetime in repeat. But I still find solace when you say that you know how I feel, when it's wrong and we ain't been right for years. Let go. Give these ghosts a new home. Let's bury our past and our fears and all these bones. And let's go. I should have seen it long before, 'cause this is my life. I will not run in circles, ending where I start. So hold on to me. We'll burn out slowly and feel our hearts leap to words we don't mean. Love means nothing to me, 'cause I don't know what it is. I'm just dying to be all that I'm dreaming of, and words betray me, contradict all I stand for. But I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm still learning. That all we are is a light into the darkness, and oh, we are that's time, just time that's counting down, and all we are is falling through the spaces in between, endless flight. We're falling to our knees. All right, take that if it resonates, and yeah, I'll see you again soon, Aries. Bye bye.